Hello and welcome in. Welcome to my page, Tammy Loves Vintage. Oh my gosh, my nose is red. I've been out in the sun for 2 days in a row. I keep trying to put my suntan oil on, not oil, but my block, but you know, you forget. I think I'm more windblown than sunburned. It was so windy today. Antique shopping at the Springfield Antique Extravaganza. And I got to meet a couple of my followers, which was exciting, Pam and Mary. So Pam had a booth there. Actually, one of the first things I was going to show you was I bought some bingo cards from Pam. And I was excited to have these because I'm getting low on my website. So these are from Pam, and some bingo numbers that I don't need. So I'll put those in for our sale later on. But that was fun. Hi you guys. Hello, welcome. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, so it was fun to meet her, and it was fun to meet Mary. We were walking this morning. I met Pam yesterday, and then Mary this morning found us, and she said she recognized Julie's voice and said, "Are you Tammy? You're Tammy." And I'm like, "Yes." So I knew she was coming. Her and her husband have traveled here from Wisconsin, and so they were hitting some of the antique places we sent them and whatever. So anyway, she was having a great time. She said she loved it. She's definitely coming back. So my collar's all turned up. I was trying to keep the sun off the back of my neck. I forgot. It's been up all day. So I unloaded. It's all right here. And I've got a little bit of an empty area. Instead, I got a lot, but I got a lot of little things. I was able to like fit it. It would all fit into a TJ Maxx bag, I'm pretty sure, except just 2 items. So, and I probably could have laid one of them across the top once it was full. But anyway, a lot of things for crafting for me. Not a whole lot for resale, but a few things for the girls in my private group that love crafting with vintage items. So a lot of times when I do these hauls, I might refresh what I have to work with and, you know, recycle and give them stuff that I've looked at 1,000 times and put in some new stuff for me. So one of the cool things that I found, this little silly thing, it was $8, but it's a table leg, the bottom of a table leg with the old crusty caster. I don't know why, but I thought it was just a cool idea. And in our group, we're having a scavenger hunt, and this would work for, you know, table leg. This is definitely a table leg. And there's the table leg I was telling you about that I have, that it can't be attached to a table. So I thought that was just funny because of the scavenger hunt we're having. And then I found a couple, so I'll show you later, but I had a ton of these clay marbles. I absolutely love the clay marbles. Oh, good. Yes, I'm excited to share. So this is what clay marbles look like. Not the containers, just whatever the guy had them in. But I love the clay marbles. And when I first started buying them, they were all just like the browns. Like I kept them in a stoneware bowl for a long time. I kept them in a dough bowl for a while. Always, you know, rearranging things here. But like this was what my first start with clay marbles looked like. And I loved the texture of them, and I thought they were interesting. And then this guy had some that had color to them. And then and normally I'm not color, but I really like the color. And then here's another some that I got from another guy, and he even had these big ones. You'll have to look them up online, the story behind them. But they're very primitive, and it was just the way they did marbles before the glass. You need some clay marbles. See, that's what happened. Hi, Jen Glenn. Gosh, I haven't seen you forever. That's what happens when I get my clay marbles. I start selling them. So I was messing around with my arrangement that I have here in this is where I keep my office supplies in the bottom. And I shove them all, put them really tight so I have a place to put some of my stuff. Anyway, I was messing with this box that I had, and I was moving around my marbles, and the daggone thing was full of paper towels, and I only had my clay marbles on the top, and I don't like to do that. I like it to be authentic all the way through. So I was watching for clay marbles. They're usually $1 a piece. $1 a piece is always what they are. And I was able to find some. Now I haven't counted. Let's see, this bag, I have my glasses down here. This bag was $49, say $39. The bag was $49, and there's no way there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, that's probably exactly. I tried counting them. Exactly $1 a piece. This one I don't remember how much I paid for it, but I know I got this one a little less than $1 a piece. So I don't pay more than $1 a piece, but I always try to find them less when I can. So I found the little bag first, and then this other guy had some, and I liked all the colors and stuff. So I'll show you what I did with them right now. This little table, I have no idea. I think I was thinking of one of our like one of our tins or something, and it just looked like a pretty little lift. It was just a pretty little table. That was a dumb thing. It was $1. You know, you can't go wrong with something for $1. And then I found these little flat, so for like our little books, these little flat keyhole. But I thought they were really pretty in that they were square and ornate. Typically, you know, they're oval and thicker. These are very thin, so they'll go well in a book. And then I found this little needle pack, which you know me in black and golds and whites and stuff. So grab that. I got this dumb thing. It was $1. Again, I'm a sucker for $1, but it was a little baby. It's got a little baby bottle in there, and I thought how cute to do a little tin or something, a little project. I just thought it was sweet. For a baby, for a pink baby, so I got it. I don't know where I will ever put it to remember that I have it if I need it for someone having a baby. Like if I want to make something for someone, I won't remember I have it. So I don't know. It was just cute. Yay! Oh, you like those, Glenda? Me too. I love them. So okay. Then I did pick up some pearls. Now I unloaded I laid out as I unloaded, so you're gonna see some things kind of mixed around. I didn't lay like all my jewelry together and stuff. I didn't really know what I had, but I got a rhinestone necklace that, you know, I love to craft with jewelry. And then I have some pearls, different size pearls. And then I grabbed one of these little bracelets. These are always nice to wrap around the top of a bottle. They're already kind of done. And this is a really small one that we did the other night. This is too small for this, but just to kind of give you the idea, this bottle's too small for those. But that's what I do. And then here's another bag. I got another bag of pearls. Marilyn Jane with Done By Me wants to do something with some beads. I wasn't having much luck finding beads, but I thought maybe I could use pearls for beads. So I was trying to find, here I found these. And she wants to try and make a Victorian thing from long ago, bead, like flowers. And she said, keep your eyes peeled for beads. Well, these were like glass beads. These are glass beads. It was a necklace that had come apart, but they're glass beads. And I don't know, I thought they were cool. So those were the only beads that I was able to find that I thought were, okay, you know, something I might like. So we'll see if we get together to do that. She's been coming in my group to create things with me, and it's been fun. So anyway, she had another idea. I wanted to try that, so I wanted to try and get some things together to craft with her. These dangle earrings are always, let's see, this is an earring. This, I don't even know. I don't think that was an earring. I think that's broken off of something, but I think when you hook it like this, it's going to dangle really nice in our projects. You guys, again, anyone new is going to be like, what the heck? But you have to stick around to understand what we make. Oh my gosh, the wind. My hair, I didn't even take my hair down and brush it. This is what I look like. Here was a little button cover. I thought that was really pretty. This is a really cool little spool, little roll of tickets. I don't remember how much I paid for them, and they take some people keep their tags for their item numbers, but this was a little roll of, let's see, let me find it here. WITTS, W-I-T-T-S, Market for quality meats Quality Eats, where you can buy with confidence. But it's our colors. It's the black and the neutral, and it's a whole roll. Hopefully they'll unroll. I never thought about that. Wouldn't that be awful if I want to say it was like 30 bucks. I don't know. Wasn't cheap. Oh gosh, I never thought about it not unrolling. Wouldn't that be awful? Oh no, we're good. Yay, we're golden. Looky there. So I'll be able to share some of these. Maybe. Oh. Well, they're a little rough, but they're old. Yep, I'm gonna have to be really careful because some of them have little bites out of them, but I think they'll be great to craft with. They're to be wet on the back. They must be, I'm gonna bet they're papers to seal the meats, you know, for like meat packing. I bet that's what they are, so you get them wet. I got a couple of really pretty feathers. Sometimes I do like floral arrangements and things, and so this one was really cool. It's all bent around, and I don't know, thought it was cool, so I got that. And it's black, and you know, I had a couple little books. This one is called the Pocket Dictionary, English, German, German, English. And I mostly liked it because it's the really yellowed out pages, and we always like anything that's German or French or whatever. And then to know me is to know that, you know, my real job, my work job is painting houses. I paint houses with a couple of friends. And the story of painting, facts you should know about painting and painters. And so I just thought that was interesting, you know, whatever. I don't know. I had to get it. Let's see. I got this little frame. Again, thinking of projects and thinking of things we could do. It was only $3.50. And it's an old gold frame. And what I liked was so here's a lesson I always tell you guys whenever I get a picture frame for anybody new. If you take your glass and you look across it and in the right light, if you're not seeing it, move it around. Let me see where I've got to be before I can see the ripples. But I know it's ripply. I checked it while I was there. The glare is terrible right here. There we go. There you go. So you got to find the right place. You'll see little pits, little bubbles in the glass, maybe here and there. Most of the time you're going to see ripples, like waves going through the glass, and that's how you know it's old. If you don't see that, then you know someone's taken it apart, replaced the glass with something new. I picked this up, and it is an old wooden chalkboard, really old, with the leather and the stringing. Let me see, what does this say? It just says oak leaf. It has oak leaf stamped in it. I can't read anything else. But anyway, it's really, that you can tell from the leather on the sides, but it was broken. It was cracked. And these are usually, I don't know, $25, something like that. But this one had 2 cracks. So I thought, well, I could do something with it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'll do a project of some sort with this. And you won't notice the cracks. If I were a painter, I would probably paint a branch and let the branch follow the crack. So if you guys are painters and you see something like that, I could easily do, you know, there's a crack right here and a crack right here, and that's exactly what I would do. But I'm not a painter, so I'll have to come up with something else. I found these little hinges. Love them. They were a couple bucks, and I thought they were great. They're not super thick, but I think they'll be great to maybe work in a journal page or on a cover or something. They kind of look like a butterfly, but I thought they were cute. So I got that. I got a little bag of tools. I bought the whole bag of tools just because I wanted the scissors. So I'll be selling the rest of the tools. I just wanted the scissors. Let's see. And then this little pearl, it was probably an earring, I'm going to say, because there's nothing on the back. But I love, this is a beautiful little cluster. So if you were like, I don't know who this chick is, I don't know what she does. This is one thing that we made. It's a journal. And I've got like an old label from like the back of an old piece of clothing, and then like this old price tag from a store. There's one of those needle papers that I bought, a little card of buttons. I've stuck some pins in here. I have lots of lace and seam binding there. You know, this is just one little thing. We make so many things, but Anyway, and then I've done just a handful of pages in here, and so we use, it just gives you an idea when I'm looking for little things. So I just happen to have this on the table getting for one of our sales coming up. So anyway, there's a piece of jewelry. Oh, this was a really cool thing. Julie wasn't with me for this. She moved on, and I zeroed back and found this thing. And for some reason, I saw a lot of these little test tubes. Oh, thanks for the hearts, you guys. I don't know how to lower this. I'm having trouble getting it down. Anyway, this guy, I was looking for, one of the things I was looking for specifically, here. I wanted an empty pocket watch housing. I can't tell you how many of these I have crafted with in the past, how many of these I've sold to other people, and I wanted one for a new project idea, and we looked all day and had trouble finding one. I finally found one. I was paying for something else, and I mentioned to this guy, he's like, did you find everything you're looking for? And I said, well, there is one thing I'm looking for. And I told him, and he said, well, I bought a inventory from a watchmaker, and he says it's over here in this box. Now, mind you, it rained terribly last night, and the wind was blowing terribly, so everyone's displays were falling, and the wind was like 25 miles an hour. It was 18 to 25 miles an hour. It was rough. And anyway, he said it was here. He put it down by one of the tables, and the lids were shut. So anyway, he let me mull through the box. I found one. I was so excited. He was kind of excited too that I found one. But I found this in that box as well. Now I saw a lot of these kind of just randomly, like in baggies, and some of them had stuff in them, some of them didn't. Most of them did not have the little label on it that these have. Now this one doesn't have anything in it. And as I thought they all did, but looks like, oh, this one might not. It looks like there's a couple with nothing in it. There's another one that doesn't. But a lot of them have little watch parts in them like that. And I love to put these on my little vignettes that we make. So I have a whole bunch of these little test tubes. Now you guys probably remember me doing like perfume bottle, like the little tiny perfume bottles, that I thought that would be fun to do something different with that size of a thing. This guy, he had these little birds. A lot of times I like to add a bird when I do some florals, and I never have the right color of a bird or whatever. And he had this little box of birds. You never know what you're gonna find there. And I took it up to him, and he says, are you sure those are mine? I'm like, yeah, I got them right there. He's like, okay. He said, I don't even remember unwrapping them. Whoops, I just dropped a bird. Anyway, he's like, I don't even remember unwrapping those. But they're tiny. They're smaller than most of my birds. But look, there's a green one and a yellow one and a blue one. Like, there's colors. So I thought that was cool. There's a peach over here. There's a purple. So that'll be fun to sit a little bird in some of my little things. Like, well, it's probably too small for this, but you guys remember when I did the chair and I showed you how to rag the back, like my, you can't see, like my dining room chairs. Let's see here. My dining room chairs are ragged, and a lot of times when I do videos in this room, you guys see that and say, how'd you do that? So the other night we did this on a live here in the group, and we ragged it out and then decorated it. But see, like, you could add little birds to these things. Again, I'm getting ready for a sale in the group, so I have stuff on the table. You could add a little bird to this little vignette where we double stacked frames. I guess all kinds of stuff you can use them for. Let's see. I got. So I saw this little box. It was $1. And I saw 2 little tiny skeleton keys in there. So I snagged it and was all excited. And when I get home, they're plastic. So he got me. There's a marble, whatever. But there's 3 corner, like book corner covers. That's probably the best thing. There's a watch face. It's got that. I don't even know what this is. But anyway, so yeah, somebody got me for $1 on that. I thought I was getting 2 skeleton keys, but I didn't. So, oh well, sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. So this little pillow is full of emery sand, and it's a very old pin cushion, and they use emery sand to sharpen your needles. So I grabbed this. It was $12. It's just really old, so I have to decide if I'm going to tear it apart. Let me see. He put a nice little pin on there. Anyway, yeah, we were really looking at a lot of the sewing stuff this time. We seem to be doing, when I say we, my friend Julie and I, we seem to be doing a lot more with sewing. The girls in my group know I hate sewing, but I seem to be doing it more than ever. Okay, from the watchmaker's kit thing, I bought this little box, and I thought I got a lot more envelopes than what I did, but when I got home, I got a lot of divider cards, which aren't that exciting, but, you know, they're different springs. I think they're different watch spring. Yeah, main spring, sand, steel. So there's different dimensions and different metrics there for Swiss watches. There's different links, and they're all springs, but look at the packaging. Again, my color, and they'll look great on our journal pages. So I bought the whole box from him. He was glad he showed me that little thing too. And then a bunch of the glass watch covers. Again, just something to add to your journal pages. I know Heidi sells these at her when she does sales. I had never seen them before in our wild. Heidi's even sent me some, but now I have my own. I found this little tiny purse. It's pretty tired on this side, but this side is great, and I thought it would be cute to maybe add to one of my, I could add it to the bottom of a bottle. I didn't get any bottles last time. These are still here from my last sale, but like when I cover a bottle with lace, and then, you know, you could add the little purse and have some greens coming out of it. It might be really cute, and then do your binding at the top. I think I can have fun doing up something with this cute little purse. So I thought that was, it's all beads. It's all beadwork. So this side's in good shape, but this side's pretty tired. So I got that. I thought that was fun. One of my, probably one of my treasures was this funny looking thing. This funny looking thing right here. Love it. It's called the Baker Bread Company, and it says the corner 8th and South Street, Zanesville, Ohio. So I live in Zanesville, Ohio, so I thought that was really cool. But the thing that really caught my eye was the Baker Bread Company, because my great grandmother's my great grandmother married a baker, Grandpa Baker, and so then my grandma had, her name was Dolores Baker, so she was Baker. So my family was Baker until Grandma married my grandpa and became a Simpson. So it was so big you couldn't miss the word Baker. So anyway, that's what struck me. And then as I was reading it, I saw the Zanesville, Ohio, and about fell over. So I'm like, I have to have it. So I bought this. So when I was paying for it, the guy said, do you know what it is? And I said, not really. And then I told him about my grandma and that I live here. And he's like, oh, you have to have it. But let me tell you what it is. He said that they would, there's a little slot here, and there was a razor blade that went in this slot. They would fit it in the slot. When they made the bread, the different types of bread, they would pull it or draw it out, push it or pull it, I don't know, and it would score the bread. So it's an actual bread making tool, old school, and then it has some advertising on the back. So I loved that. It was $55, I believe. And then I got some rusty pins. I'm hoping they're rusty. Don't they look rusty? But I'm hoping it's not just the case. But yeah, they're pretty rusty. Oh yeah, look at this one. That's a good one. Some are more oh, it doesn't look rusty there, but in here, there you can see. It's not rusty, but they're like stained. Now some of them aren't so much, but they're still not brand new. Not quite as rusty as I want. I know I can make them rusty, but I thought it would be fun to get authentically rusty. So again, for my books, like we just finished that nautical pillow with all the fabric patches I showed you guys how to do. So yeah, there's that. And then I got this pack of straight pins. Oh shoot, I just dropped one. I'll have to run the sweeper. I just had one fall out. Anyway, again, I'm hoping that they were soaking wet when I bought them. Oh, you should see the dirt falling out of there. I'm not going to open it. It's got dust coming out. Anyway, I'm hoping these are rusty inside. If they're not, I'll rust them unless they're stainless steel, then I won't be able to. Hi, you guys. Sherry, that is so cool. You score your sourdough bread, and I think that's what it was for, is to score. So thanks, Judy. Oh, really? Hi, Kim. I'm not 95 people. Oh my gosh. I wish I would. Oh my gosh. 95 of you. Holy crap. Hi, everybody. I hate when I look at that number. I like when I peek up and there's like 12 of you, you know? You like the purse? Thanks, Kim. Yeah, Kim, I didn't know your grandma lived here. Hi, everybody. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of, yes, it's Springfield, Ohio, Sherry. Okay, I'm not going to do a whole lot of that because it'll take me too long to listen to everybody or read everybody. Look at this old pin that I found. I thought it was very crusty. I'm always looking for crusty. You know, people are showing me stuff like, you know, shiny. And I'm like, no, I don't really want it. The only reason I went for this was it was 50 cents. So it might have been $1. I don't know. And I thought, well, maybe if I do, like I have a red project coming up that I want to do that's really out of my wheelhouse. So, I kind of had that in mind when I saw it. But anyway, I like Rusty Crusty, and this has that, you can see, a lot of times the rhinestones have some missing, which this one does. There's one missing. I like that. That's what I look for. I found this crusty old bow. It's a clip. It was like probably a scarf clip. Could have been a shoe clip. What does this say? United Glass and Ceramic Works of North America. Here's a little button. Little button. I just liked it because it had words on it. And then I got a couple of little like pearl earrings. Sometimes you know, you find that if you find 10 items, you get them $2 a piece. And that's the table that I found this from. So $2. So I figure $1 a piece. $2. $2. Everything's one item. These were clipped together, so they counted as $2. They're not very great, but they're okay for the middle of a seam binding bow, like a big seam binding bow. Yeah, Art Deco. That's right. Let's see. These were cool. These aren't old, but they have the look. So I know, but they have the look, and it was in a bag, so it was $2. I mean, it was counted as one item. So $2, $3, $5. You do a lot of that. And when you're looking at these little things. Okay, so I saw this rusty looking heart. I thought it was awesome. Now this one with all the glitter in it, probably not so much, but look, I got a big one and a little one ×2. They're earrings. They're earrings, but I wanted those 4 rusty hearts, so that's why I bought that. I picked up hard to find skeleton keys that aren't what I sell them for already. So I found a few more because sometimes I get low on them. So I found a handful of skeleton keys. Whoops. Dang, I keep dropping everything. Nobody's going to be, oh, there's that pin I dropped. Yay, I found that at least. I don't know. I'll find it later. Anyway, I got a handful of skeleton keys so I can put those on the website. I did find a pocket watch. I'm going to try and take it apart. Didn't have any glass or anything. So I grabbed it. It was just plain on the back. I didn't like maybe the handle so much as the little rounded one, but I grabbed it anyway because we looked all day. I found some mercury glass, some of the old like shiny brights. They're little, they're tarnished. They have the old, not plastic, top little hooks. They're metal, and they were only $5. This bag could be up to $40. Like anywhere from $20 to $40 could be this. Not kidding. Like shiny brights around here anyway are outrageous. I was expecting it to be $25, and I flipped it over and it said $5. So I'm like, I'll take that. And then, while we're talking about Christmas, I grabbed, so you guys remember at Easter, and I needed pink trees. Look what I found. I kind of needed a little bit bigger, but that was all they had. And I only bought one Christmas tree because last year I bought a pile of Christmas trees. They're $10 each, and I smashed every one of them, pretty smashed. This little beauty was only $5, and it's better than some of the $10 ones that I bought. So tickled to pieces. This little thing is so, you guys are going to be like, she's nuts. But when you see it on whatever I'm going to do with it, I don't know what, it's going to be like the best thing. It's just a little panel of pearls. It's a little sewn on. It's fallen off of something, been cut off of something. I don't know what, but I absolutely love it. They're like mother of pearl pearls. Like they feel like really nice pearls. Okay, so there's that. And then I got this bag. It was $25 and he said take it for 20 bucks. Let's see what we got, because I did not empty it. I thought 20 bucks, there's probably that much in there. I did not empty it, so let's see how I did. Here's one. That's a good one. I did good there. And here's a crown. I think they're all there too. That's 2. Meh. 3. Junk. But still, 4th of July, Memorial Day. Here's, I shouldn't say junk. Okay, this is broken, but I don't care because I cut all that stuff up. If I cared, I would have opened and looked. Or wait, oh no, this is an earring. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. So that's 4. I'm going to count that as 4 because that would be $2 in that guy's bin. 5. So here's another necklace I can cut up. 6. Ooh, a pin. 7. I love when they dangle. Oh, I did great. I knew I did. 8. Is that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's only 7. Ooh, look at this one. 8, which is actually like, oh, if I can get them apart, 3 strands. We'll see. 8, 9, 10, a little heart. Pair of earrings. Meh. I lost count. So maybe about $2 a piece, each item. Ish, I lost count. Meh. But you know me, I'm not big into colors. There's another one of those earrings I just showed you. What's this little thing? Oh, it's an earring. Oh, it's the other earring that matches. Where are you? And then, oh, it's a bracelet. So yeah, I got another strip of that, another run of that. So I'm happy with that. $20 is probably borderline too much for a crafter. You know, you can find beautiful jewelry there. If you're willing to pay 10 bucks a pin, you can find outstanding pieces. But I'm a crafter. I'm gonna cut it up. I can't spend $10 on one thing and then add, like, you know, here's this project. You know, I can't spend 10 and try to sell it, you know, and get my money back. I can't do that. So I have to be really careful, and that's why I don't always get the best stuff. Here's another little pin cushion. Again, it's full of that sand. It's just teeny tiny. I think it was $5 just for this little pillow, but I thought it was awful cute. So what I was thinking is, if I ever made a pin cushion, which we keep talking about, I found this little basket of pins, and it was, I think it was $5. But I thought it would be fun to maybe redo it and use, I mean, the basket's old. It is falling apart. You can see, but I love that about it. But there's all kinds of little rusty pins in here. Lots of rusty pins if I can get them out. But yeah, really rusty, which is awesome. But I thought how fun to make this thing, to make one and maybe attach like a second pin cushion somehow. I don't know how. And have little, like a different kind of pin in that is why I got it. I don't know. I was trying to be creative on the fly, right? Creative on the fly is what I was doing. I found this thing. I don't know. Julie's like, well, she wasn't quite sure about it. I like a little more rhinestone and bead stuff than she does. She's a little bit more primitive, but I kind of like it. But this is all beadwork. I don't know what was in the middle, but I appreciate it. This is all beads. It's heavy. Like, I wish I could. Let me drop it. No, you can't hear it. Maybe you can hear it, but it's like glass beads. It's all beadwork. It's amazing. There, you can see them. It's beadwork, you guys. Is that not incredible? And I just thought, even if I didn't do anything with it, it's incredible. If I could find a button that matched this, or just put a really pretty gold button in the middle to cover up whatever happened there. It might have been a dress on a doll or something. I'm not sure. But maybe a really pretty lace just attached around the outside of it would make it, and someone could actually, you know, mount it and hang it just as it is and frame it, because it's beautiful. So I love that. I don't know. A wrist pin cushion. Oh yeah, Marilyn, maybe. Okay. Like some of those watch parts, we stopped at one of the malls. Since we had just gone up to the antique mall here, you guys remember I showed you my haul here not too awful long ago. We went to a different mall. There's more than one mall at the in a couple exits area. So anyway, we stopped, and one of the things I found was these 3 for 5 cents, 2 for 5 cents, 10 cents, like all these little price tag cards. And it was $55 for this little box of cards, but I got a lot of them. So I'm hoping I can divide them out and sell them for, you know, put them on my website for you guys, for your crafting. But I could add them to any of these books laying here that we've made, and they'd be great. Okay, oh, I love this little thing. This is one of the first things I picked up. We ran straight for my older lady that has everything that I love. So we run straight there, and you have to shop fast with her, man, because there's lines of people. Oh, this is really stuck. Lines of people everywhere, and it's hard to fight your way through her booth. So we went back later and found more stuff after it cleared out a little bit, because everybody heads for her booth, I think. Anyway, this is this is an original oil by Louise Kennedy, it says. An original oil painting. The frame is missing, but it's a little teeny tiny oil painting. I thought it was amazing. And there it says LK. Look at that. I wish it weren't blue, but I still love it. So anyway, I don't know. I thought it was amazing. Or a teeny tiny, and I love oil paintings too. So there's that. This guy had some beautiful pins. So I bought, this was my lady that we always get Christmas stuff off of. And I bought these 4 pins from her. Again, rhinestone. I went rhinestone crazy, but they were crusty. They had a crustiness to them. It's not coming out on the camera, still a little bit, I guess. But like if I had something new and bright, you would really see the difference. This is kind of new and bright, but I thought it was it's a shoe buckle, shoe clip. It's newer and shinier. See the difference? There you go. See the difference? So I called this is crusty. This is like new, but I think this would be a great little frame for one of the, your little pictures. Not that oil, it's too small. And then I found some more shoe buttons. They're so hard to come by, but I love using these little black shoe buttons. I love doing a lot with the black and neutrals and greens. And so anyway, I love using these shoe buttons. Let me see. I bought this little block. I love it. It's a block of pins. I absolutely love it. And it's got a label on it, and it's got 2 piles of pins. The rest are empty. But I love it. I'd have to price set it that way in my display, but I love the words and the black. It'll go great in my cabinet. And then this one says, this one was $10. I can't remember how much I paid for that. which makes me mad, but I know I paid $10 for this one. And it says toilet pins, which is hysterical to me. I don't know why. And then it's got all these pins around the side. And then I'm going to see if I can find pins to fill in the ones that are missing. And then I'm going to see if I can get it around my little hand mirror collection that I have in the powder room. So, yeah, so I love the blocks, love the pins. And then I didn't realize I bought 3 of these. I remember buying this one. It was $10, this little flower frog. I have a plan for it. I'll show you guys later. So you hit that follow button so you won't miss it. This one was $15. And then I bought this big one. It was $30. But I've got an idea, so I'll share. It's not anything original. Oh, well, it's not original. It's original for me. I've never done it before, and I don't have anything to show you. So you could just follow me, and I'll show you someday. Okay. I'm gonna now show you. I have a lot of favorite things. I've kind of maybe squealed a little when I'm explaining them. This is the big squeal, okay? These were $10 a stem. So let's just say that right now. It was a little hard to pay for, but we got to the hotel room. We were talking about them and went back and bought one more. Each of us bought one more. So I'm going to show you now. I want you to look really closely at these. These are all done. See the threads? They're like embroidery, but freestanding. Marilyn Jane, have you ever seen anything like this? Marilyn was done by me. I had never seen anything like this. They're very old Victorian. The lady, she's the one where we really started buying a lot of old Easter, Christmas, Halloween. She has fantastic things. And these were hers. And then outside is like a spring. It's like they look like springs on the outside. There. See? That's like wire. The outside's like wire. They're amazing. It was $10 for one stem. We will never see these again, probably in our lifetime. I can't imagine, ever. So I bought... this was one of the first ones that I grabbed, and she had put them together because she thought it was kind of spindly looking, this one. So I bought this because it was kind of a lot in one little cluster. But anyway, it's, it's quirky, it's different, but it's all, see the threads or the yarn? It's like yarn, a really fine yarn. I don't know. They're like wire, or I don't know. It's like springs. It literally is like springs that they've stretched and then wrapped their lace around. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll show you again. You've seen them. If anybody has them, it's you. Well, you'll have to send me a picture. Oh, I'm sorry, Mona. Am I frozen for anyone else? I'm still seeing comments. So I got those 2, and then I got this one. I thought these were really cool. I know you guys are probably like, what? But I thought those things were really cool. These little wads, little pod wads. I don't know. And then I got this one. So this little deal was $40, but I think it's a beautiful little arrangement of something that can never, like, you can't run to Hobby Lobby for these things. That's what I love about them. Am I frozen? Am I frozen? Yep. Hi, Renee. Aw, I love her too. Okay, I saw a heart, so I must not be frozen. Okay, man. Okay, Mona. Anyway, these are, yes, very authentic, very awesome. So I'll treasure those forever. I bought this as a plant stake. This lady had them. It was $9. It's kind of expensive, but these register things are expensive. Usually they're $15, so I didn't think $9 was that bad. But I'm going to put it down in a plant in one of my, you know, one of my big crock plants. So put it in there. I didn't get any buttons. You guys have been on my website. No, I have buttons coming out my ears. I have so many buttons. But one of my little silly joys in life is sorting buttons. I love to sort buttons. So I bought a little tin of mother of pearl buttons. It had some mother of pearl buckles. It's got a lot of plastics. You know, don't let them fool you. There's a lot of plastics in here too. But there's some mother of pearls, and I just thought it would be, I love this little square one. I love the shanked ones to make garlands with, the ones like this. I'll show you because I did pick up a couple garlands already made. So yeah, so anyway, I thought it would be fun to go through some buttons. It's been a while, so I'm going to have fun going through that little button. Good, good. Glad. I found this cute little spoon. I think I already have one, but I found this little advertising spoon. It was $6 and it's got little words on it. So I grabbed that to put in like a little, sometimes I'll have like little ironstone soap dishes or something like that, and a cute spoon like this laying in them. You know, like pretend this is a bowl. But the writing on the spoon makes the display cuter, I think. I don't know. So I bought that. Loved this little wooden handled shoe hook. It was only $4, so I thought that was pretty good. And I love the shoe hook. I love that it's black and wood. It's like my favorite things, woods and whites and blacks. So it's just gonna lay in my little cabinet over there. You guys probably haven't shown my cabinet in a while. I found this little thing. I think Julie found it actually and threw it in my pile as I had to have for something to add to one of my projects. I found these pins. They're corsage pins. They were $1.50. And the reason I got them was because they weren't super white. I have white. These are a nice creamy white vintage pin. So I loved that. I picked up 3 pair of scissors for sure. Here's another pair. I picked up 4 pair of scissors. And these were $12. Okay, love that. These were 10, 10, and 10, but they all had pretty like carvings in them, and carvings. And I want to work them into journal pages. So let's see if I have anything that would, I just happen to have this one laying here. I don't think I have any, no. Not really. Kinda. Let's see. I thought they would be a really cute, yeah, I thought they'd be a really cute little tuck accessory like that to add. So I grabbed them. We'll see. I grabbed some. I thought they were pretty. I have a project coming up in our group for these. I was looking for sugar shaker tops or like the bigger salt shaker tops, you know, the bigger. And I didn't find any. Julie found one. I couldn't find any. So I found this. They were $12. They're some kind of a clasp. They were $12 each, but I thought they were beautiful. I thought actually they're prettier than the sugar shaker tops. So we will be doing, this is this the net? No. I have 3 more kind of, what's the word I'm trying to think of? I want to say associated. That's not the word I want. 3 more that are kind of the same theme, but different. All 3 different. Yeah, coming up for the group. I bring our group projects to you guys here several months to a year after we do them in the group, because I try to come up with different things for the group people. I found some brass tags, a whole hanger full of numbered brass tags. So oftentimes I'm able to put tags on the website. All of this stuff is like under antiques on my website, which is just the name of my page, TammyLovesVintage.com. So, but then I've been doing a group scoop where we're scooping colorful buttons, and all the buttons are different colors. So I do that like for the beginning of the month. I pick a couple people, and then we've been doing the scavenger hunt, and I've been doing scoops for people that have stuff. We do a little drawing anyway. So I got a lot to give away. So I always look for things with quantities for that. I found this little scale. You remember I love to decorate these little scales. So I'll do up something pretty with you guys here. I've done enough scales in the group. We'll do it here. Here's some more tags that I found. Apprentice. This one says Apprentice 82. These say Apprentice and these just say Wyeth 74. But they're all brass, so that's great. Yeah, these all say Wyeth 74. So anyway, found some more. So those are always treasures. And then I heard Michelle at the Vintage Daisy going to do a little project. I don't know if she has or not. I don't always get to catch every video. But anyway, with some little hinges. And I loved her idea. So we finally found some little hinges that were cute. And so I'm going to get with her. She doesn't know this, but I'm going to get with her and see if she's done them yet so I can do mine. And of course, give her credit. I did find these little pins too. They're really unusual. I've not seen pins like this. They're numbered and they got a little crick in them. And they're like a normal pin, you know, but they're, I don't know. I thought they were very different. So I grabbed those up. Let's see here. There's a little pile of stuff. What's this? Oh, little fake. I think it's, oh, it's not fake. It's a little, it's missing its top. It's from that, oh, the very first thing or one of the first things I showed you was the little table. And that's a little alarm clock that went with the table. That's what it is. I don't know if I ever do a little miniature something or other. And then more just little cheap, you know, not great jewelry, earrings, mismatched stuff. This one's really nice. It's like got a bar pin, but for them it was no good because the back was broken. And then I found this little kind of like a heart locket, and it was only $1. I went to another place, their locks were like $45. So it's fun. That's part of the fun of probably why we all like this. You know, when you go to the beach and all you want to do is take walks and look for seashells. They're like your treasures, and it's so fun to find them. That's what antique shopping is kind of like. You walk and walk and walk, and you look and look and look, and you find treasures. And sometimes the treasures you find, like these little locks that I found at this one guy's booth. And I was like, how much are your little locks? And he said $45 a piece. And I'm like, oh my. And I said, well, I'm just a crafter. That's not going to work for me, but I love them, you know. And then I try to slink out of there. I wish people, any of you that have booths, if you could try and put prices on it, I bet you would sell more, because like that, it's embarrassing to ask when you're not going to buy it, where if the price is right, you would, but it's embarrassing to ask. So anyway, when you find the treasures and it's the right price, it's such a thrill. And so look at all the thrills that we've had the last 2 days in all of these treasures that we've found. Has been super fun. I'm a mess, guys. It's the thrill of the hunt, the thrill of the game. Pins may be from baskets used to hold your things while you use the pole. Yes, you may be right, Martha. I think you are right. Yes, that's exactly. I think you're right. That's what they are. Okay. Julie found this little thing, and she said, well, you're getting it. So I did. It's kind of got a blue tint to it. That's the back side. I have no idea what it is. It's super raggy, but that can be snipped off and it'll be perfect condition, and it'll hook right onto maybe the front of a cover. I think it's really cool. So I did buy a carded button. I think I only bought one. I liked it. I did buy a paper spool. It was only $1.50 and it had the look, even though it's blue. I seem to be buying a lot of blue. There's a theme coming together here. There's a theme coming together. Oh, look, I did find a little shaker top. I bought it, I think, in the beginning when I was not finding any, not in the beginning, but like the beginning of today, because I didn't find any yesterday. So I bought it out of desperation. Oh, it's a little shaker top. But then this was close. I wanted this only bigger. And then I found this, which is more beautiful. So, woohoo, yay. So I got that. Another key. Found it from another guy for the website. I don't know where they went. Another piece of jewelry. Where are you? Pretty. And I have no idea what these are. Oh, they're little fabric buttons, like those for projects. These are just plastic, but they're all shanked, and meaning they've got that little buttonhole, which they'll make a great little button garland. And to throw these on with the regular buttons will kind of change the way the regular buttons lay. You know, there's several ways of doing button garlands. This is one way. These are all mother of pearl, and I found this one already done. Now I like threading them the other way too. And if you're like, I don't understand what you're talking about, if you're new, you can go to Tammy Loves Vintage on YouTube and type in buttons, and you'll see all kinds of videos. Maybe type in button garland and see what you find. I found these really pretty excuse me, I'm getting the hiccups, rhinestone buttons. Let's see, I thought those were really pretty. Oh yeah, and then I found these really pretty, let me get them out of here, really pretty glass buttons, if I can figure out, let me see if I can figure out how to get down here. We have so much to do tomorrow. I didn't want to wait, and I kind of wanted to have, if I had any free time tomorrow, I kind of wanted to put stuff away. But I found these really pretty glass buttons, but they're glass. So I thought they were beautiful for crafts. So I bought a little bag of those. Then we're getting into, oh, here I got a little, oh, look at this. I got a great idea for this. It was $5. It's a little shoe hook. But here's my idea. I'll go ahead and tell you in case you're new and you might not see me again. You might not follow, but you might want my good idea. Is to do this, but I was going to take a little button. I'm digging for mother of pearl. I don't see one. Doesn't matter. I was going to put oh yeah, it is one. Put it in there like that. Oops, I didn't mean to use that big one. Put a little pin in it to hold the button, and then put a button hook. You know what I mean? Like make it part of your deal and hook it over your button. You know, because that's so inventive, right? And then here's the other idea. This lady had a couple already made little tiny garlands. So instead of me making little tiny garlands, I'll cut the strings back, of course. But then you can hang a little tiny thing with, so, I mean, it'll be better. I'm just giving you a really rough idea. But how cute. You make your little pin cushion, then you've got your buttons and your little hook all together. And then I could do my little thingy here, you know, with it, whatever. I don't know. I have a pin cushion ideas in my brain. I just, you know, got to perfect it once I figure out what I'm going to do. Silver one looks like what they would put on a bottle of water and sprinkle their clothes. Yes. Yeah, you're probably right, Cynthia. Isn't that shaker top used for? Yes, the spray. There you go. Karen just said the same thing. And there's Marilyn. Yes, you guys are so right. You found a New Zealand linen and smaller things not priced. Yes, and that's so embarrassing, Robin. I hate that. And there's things, sometimes I get annoyed at them, and I'm like, you know, I'm looking, there's not a price on anything, and I'm just like, I wish I knew how much this was, whatever. And I walk away. I don't even want to deal with it because I want to know how much is that, how much is that, how much is that over there, how much is this over here. The guy's busy talking to other people. I want to get going. You know, it's just so frustrating. I know it's hard because stickers don't stick, and you as a seller, then your $10 sticker lays on a $400 item, and someone thinks they're getting a $400 item for $10, and you have to say, oh, I'm sorry. But a lot of people can figure it out and make it work. So I just, gosh, that's my biggest, it's probably my biggest beef is with the things aren't priced. It's just awful. As a buyer, it's awful. And they think, oh, you know, they're just, it's mostly men. The women's are always all tidy and nice and wonderful. They get it. The guys, they just want to sit back and, what do you want? What is it, lady? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, that's $12 or that's $200. And it's just, they don't give a crap whether you buy it or not, but I feel bad. Me. I feel bad. So I found these little things. I have no idea what they are. They look, the lady I bought them from said they look like little snap pops that you throw on the ground and they pop. But they're little crocheted miniature punching bags. They're little crocheted snap pops. Probably some sort of button. I don't know, Marilyn might know, but they all have a little string on them that I love them because they're crocheted and they're cream color. And then I bought, look, it's always hard to find buttons with strings. Martha Knox, are you here? She's learning to like strings. She doesn't want strings in her buttons. I want strings in my buttons. And look, I found a little bag of stringed buttons for $3 and I bought it. Just because. Just because. And then I found this little pack of pins. It's just in a piece of styrofoam. So I just wanted the pins. Because as you know, I'm thinking about doing some kind of a button something. I want to do something. So I'm collecting all of my pins to get ready. Ready or set or ready to set. Here I come. But these are like too long for, these are like hat pin pins. I don't know what I'm saying. I think I said buttons. I think I said buttons, but I meant to say a pin cushion is what I'm trying to spit out. But these were really old. I thought they were really cool. They were $10. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So about $1 a piece, a little under $1 a piece. Yeah, I meant to say pin cushion. I did say button. Sorry. Found this. I thought this was super cute. I don't remember what I paid for it, darn it. But it's a little needle keep. Look, they've sewn the hinge. Sewn and it's round. I don't know what would have been here. Maybe this is just the handle to open it. I'm not sure. And then look, just like we did ours, when we made ours, they stitched around the outside edges just like we did. And it's got little old needles in it. I thought it was adorable. It just needs a little bit of, you know, Tammy tweaking up here and it'll be perfect. Okay. We are getting close to the end. We're getting close to the end. And then I'm going to show you, like, for those of you that are like, I don't get any of that stuff she is looking at. I don't get it. Or a lot of people are like, what do you do with that stuff? What do you make? And people were really, not concerned, but curious is the word. Because they just, you know, we were like, they're like hats. We were looking at hats. And, you know, this guy's like, well, I have, 27 hats hanging here. We're like, no, just that's the only one. What is it about that hat? I'm like, it's the flowers. And then if the hat was $40, I'm like, well, yeah, you got a lot of hats. You got the hat I want, but it's $40. So I can't because I'm a crafter. And, I always say that like, I'm sorry, I'm a crafter. Like, it's like a disease or something to these guys because I don't want to tell them I'm going to cut them up because I don't know why. I know the needle keep, right? Sue, we were there for 2 days. Oh, I was. Were you there? Brenda. Oh, yes. Come back, Brenda, because you'll love all of this for sure. Hi, honey. 2 things. The size of maybe Eula. And second, if you do ask a price or 2, but then stop asking when you could maybe buy. I know, because maybe those 2 things were $400, but these down here are $2. And I'm like, just tell me which end of the table I need to be at. So, or sometimes I'll say, is there anything here like $5, or are you like way, are we, I don't know. I haven't figured out the right words to say. Yes, you're right. And yes, you probably don't want to wear all of your diamonds and rubies when you're antique shopping, I guess. Because maybe they think they can get more from her than her. I don't know. I bought a couple of aprons, not because I wanted aprons, but because I was looking for old fabrics with blacks in it. I mean, I'm wearing black. I just not really like it. Anyway, I loved these little flowers. And it was an apron. It's got a little bit of red trim. I think it was probably a little kid's apron. but there's a lot of fabric in here. I don't know if I'll have the heart to cut it up because it's absolutely adorable and I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I did buy it too. Like I was thinking needle keep, or not needle keep, gosh darn it, pin cushion. Maybe something for the fabric for the top of my pin cushion was what I was thinking. But maybe that's too busy. I don't know. I've never made one. And I have like all my velvet stuff and maybe velvet's more appropriate. And then I found this one too, this little apron, and it had a lot of stitching on it. And again, I'm thinking, that might be cute for a little pincushion topper, right? So I don't know. But if you don't get it when you see it, when you're inspired, then you get home, it's like, darn, I should have got it. And they were $10 a piece, so it wasn't that bad. Okay, as far as hats and millinery flowers go, I didn't jackpot, but I did okay. I bought this. It was $8.50, and it was just a little bouquet, but it was sweet, and you know they're hard to come by, and it has the pin on the back, and I use these in almost every project. Somehow I try to incorporate. This one, it's okay, but it had my color of velvet bows, first of all. And then like some of that jewelry, you know, that's not great. It makes a great center for your bow. Like, let me just show you if I can find one real quick. Oh, I don't want that big red thing. Let's see where, oh, that's too big. Hang on. I don't know where I put everything. Well, forget it. I can't show you that. Crap, where the heck did I put it all? This isn't what I wanted, but the first thing I found I mean, that's big. You know, that's not what I really wanted. This isn't what I wanted either, but you see, yeah, I mean, you see what I mean? It's pretty. So I could rob the velvet bow off of this. It does have some white flowers. I haven't tried to tear any off yet to see how it's going to be. Looks like they are, no, they're not all stitched down. You guys watch me do this. Oh, look, here's a pin. Yay. I got a free pin on my hat. I was going to see how hard it would be to rip one off here. Yeah, it's going to be a little mission. But look how good they are. For my beiges, whites on whites on whites, like, oh, there goes this, oh, and they're beaded. Oh, I didn't realize that. How nice. And then I got a little bit of netting too to work with, which you know I love to use my netting on things. So I got that one. And then I bought, I know you guys are gonna be like, what the hell? I know, but look, I was just looking, look at the cool tag inside. Maybe it's not. It says Union Made. I guess it's not. I just saw it was black and white. Anyway, I bought this. It was only $5. But if I fluff it out, and if I add some of my little white flowers around, maybe leave some of the netting to stick out and add it to something, I'll have something. So stick with me because fun vintage haul and great tips. Thanks, Pam. So yeah, there's that one. And then I bought a green one. Now it's not velvet, but I liked the color of the green. And look, it's little flowers. Instead of those fuzzy little pom-poms, they're little flowers. So I thought that was fun netting to add to my netting stash. I was low on black netting, as you know, so I loaded up on black netting. This first one has little rhinestones in it. Little rhinestones. So I love that. I don't think I have one like that. And then this one has little rhinestones in it. Look. And then this look at this thin, paper thin. So those of you that are new, you stick with me and I'll show you what you're going to do with this stuff. You're going to be like, holy cow, I'd never thought of that. It's going to be wonderful. My friend Ann here with Ann's Create and Share. I haven't seen her. I don't think I saw her yet, but she always pops in to say hi. She had some great ideas with the netting as well. So here's more netting and then some smushed up flowers. But if you just have to follow me and trust me that they're awesome. Here's more flowers that I found on this one. Love, this was my first batch of flowers that I bought today or yesterday, and absolutely loved it. It wasn't a pin, it's just a stem, of flowers. They're a little more blushy in the camera. In person, they're more brown, beige. Yeah, they're more beige, but up here, look how pink they get. Weird, huh? That's really weird. But they're, either way, whatever. What the heck is, let's see, something fell. Oh, just a little doily, but look how cute. It's not a typical doily. Gosh, I look bad, you guys. I look so bad. This is meh, I don't know. It's not old. Look, it's plastic. It's not old, but I thought I might be able to spray it down with some antique spray. And maybe if I could warm it up with some browns and work it in, you know, see, I might be able to pull it. I might be able to pull it out and make it be something. This, I do know. Julie said, look at this giant blue, navy blue. Oh, it looks purple. That is so funny. Right now, it looks black as coal. You turn it this way, it's navy blue, and I put it up to you. Look, oh my gosh, this is not purple. Look, with my black. It's purple. It's not purple. That's so funny. Anyway, got it because it's a big velvet bow to add to one of our big picture things. And then I got some more black beadwork, little pieces of beadwork. I think I got 4 of those. Where are they? Oh, well, crap. I don't know. There's one. Anyway. And then I got this hat because remember the hat that Julie found and I keep using these big roses? I'm about out of the big roses. And I thought, oh, I need to find another hat with big roses. And I did. So I'll have these to work with as well because everything I have is teeny tiny. Like teeny tiny. This was one of the first hats that I got. It's not awesome. It's not awesome at all. Like I hate it. I don't like any of this stuff. But I think as a to go with flower, they'll be okay. I think they'll be okay. Like, no. But yeah, I think these will be, they're old, so they'll be okay. I think they'll be okay. Like around that big, awesome one, I think I could use them. This one, meh. Julie thought it was amazing. It didn't blow me up like her. Again, I wasn't super thrilled with it, but she's like, you got to get it. So I did. She's like, if nothing else, you can sell it in your group. So I may. I love that the edges are all frayed, and I love the little stamens are awesome. I don't know why I don't love it. It's pink. It's sweet. It's got velvet bows. It's got netting, thin, little teeny tiny netting. I don't know what it is. It's awesome, isn't it? But why? I don't know. It looks awesome in there. I don't know. Anyway, I got it. Sometimes it's nice to have a friend to just say, what do you think? You know, and that's what I did. What do you think? And I got this, and it's got, I love when they have those little pom-pommy things. I know that's weird, but I like them. And I got to look at this. Look at this. I love this piece. Look at that. Tiny little dots. Oh my gosh. I love it. $8. I paid $8 for this. But I love it. And this awesome black bow for a project. Great. Let's see. What is this? Oh. Denison's self-piercing paper fasteners. I just bought it because I like that advertising, and I thought I could rub and buff it real gently with a dry rub and buff finger. Put a bird on it, yeah. Lisa, you're funny. Yeah, and just lay it in my advertising cabinets, you know. But it's got the little things in it, but it's metal. I thought it was cool. You do like it, Elizabeth? Hey, Cheryl. So yeah, there's that. Okay, I didn't buy very many linens because I have, you guys know how big a TJ Maxx bag is, right? I have a TJ Maxx bag full of large doilies, medium doilies, small doilies, collars and clothing, like collars and kind of clothing-ish doilies, handmade stuff. I have a bag of thick lace and I have a bag of just vintage lace. I have so much lace, I'm overwhelmed, and I don't quite know what to do with it all. I don't know what. Oh, look, I bought this for $1. This guy's like, do you want that? He says, do you want this too? Because I had it laying in my pile. And I said, yeah. And he said, I don't know, $1? He said, okay. But it's going to be good. It'll be good with all my blue stuff. I love it. I love that shade. It might be a little strong, but I can tone it down with antique spray. I know I'm jumping around. I bought this, obviously. I was torn. I was kind of torn about it, but it's blacks and it's golds. It's got gold metallic and it's chunky, kind of chunky thread work, and it's all hand done. Like it's all, look at all the stitchery. So there was something about it that I loved. It's too big for a pincushion top. I hate to cut it up, but yet I want to cut it up. So, but there's no ruffle on it. Like all I can do is take these designs out and do something with them. So it's gonna be something that I push around for a while, and then maybe I'll find the perfect project and be like, oh, this is what happens. I get stuff like that. And then I finally I have another piece in there that's way more awesome than this one. And I have never come up with what I want to do with it, but I will someday. Oh, I don't know what this is. I bought this little chunk. $12 for all, it says. Let's see what it is. It's awesome looking. Look at it. I paid $12 for it. We're getting to my favorite, my treasures that I bought. My most treasures. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Oh, it's just so cute. Oh, look, it's already, yay, yay, yay. Okay, love that. It's already ruffled, so it's torn, but still, I love it because it could go around a bottle, easy. I'll do something with them. Let's see what this is. Here's another one. They've taken this off of clothing or something. What the heck is this? I bet this is the side of a shirt. Or the other way. This might be the armpit. I bet it is. I bet this is like, I don't know. Anyway, I love it. I love it. So I bought that. I got some little, I always pick up the littles when I can for our projects. This was kind of a tatting-ish looking one, so I grabbed it. A little torn. Always like when I find the handkerchiefs with the big lace on the sides. Is this the one? No, I don't even know why I bought that. That's just straight. I don't even want that. Here, look. I wanted this kind of stuff, and I'll show you why. Stick with me just a few minutes. We're getting there. I bought this. Oh, look. Look at the buttons. And then like netting, kind of a netting, right? Kind of netting-ish. Yeah. And then it's already, I don't have to tea stain it or anything. So yeah, got that. This is probably going to rip really nicely. Really fray it out when we rip it. Yes, sure. This will kind of work like a ruffle. I'll show you why I'm out of ruffles. This is a great, not ruffle, but like a lace edge. I call it a ruffle. It's not ruffle. And then I got more. I told you I had more of the black beaded beadwork. So I got that. Love that. I picked, what did I get? 4 handkerchiefs. Why did I pick? Oh, I picked this one because of the G and the black, and I thought it was beautiful. And I thought maybe somebody out there wanted G. I got it. Let's see here. And this one just had hand stitching, and it's all cruddy. I've got to wash that and see if I can get it out a little bit. I like the cruddy, but not too cruddy. Like this one a lot because of the black. All 4 corners had black, and it's like little French knots, which I'm learning how to do. So anything with a French knot, I'm like, oh. more French knots, and then these raised up, you know, I'm all about texture, so loved that little handkerchief with the little bows. And then this one, I don't even know why I was drawn to. Oh, I do. Yeah, look at all the stitching. It's all stitched. But I don't know, I felt like the brown just looked like a nice ruffle. See that? It's such a pretty ruffle. So I got that. And then I got this little strip of tatting. It was $10, but it's little different color, little pieces, but they're only like an inch. You can see they don't even go all the way around. But I mean, tatting's always expensive, but I love that. This is my most expensive tatting. It's 7 yards. It was $20, but look at it. It's super teeny tiny. So I spent it. I did it. Only hurts for a minute and then you're done. I found this was the very last thing I bought at the show. It's a sleeve. It's beaded and it's got this ruffly thing on it. So I'll be able to do something with that for sure. Julie found this. It's machine made, but what a cute, when I said I need ruffle, what a cute little machine. Look at that, a little machine made. I love that. Don't see brown very often. That's right. That's right. A little chain of tatting. It's okay. Junk, little junk thing. Sometimes they just throw it in when you're looking. They'll say, "Oh, well, just take it all." I'm like, "Oh, I just wanted that one piece," and they'll say, "Oh, it's okay." Sometimes they'll say, "Oh, how about $1?" And sometimes it's more. Sometimes you have to buy a whole bag. And you get stuff you don't want. But this is great. I'm going to show you what we did. We did it in the group. You guys haven't got to see it yet. This, I don't know what this was, but that's really pretty. This is, look at this, how fine, sweet, dainty that is. Love that. Let's see, I loved this. I don't know what it is, but I loved it was how it was. And I thought I can follow that line and I can sure to like ruffle it and do, you know, like a little, if we make one of our dresser doll girls or something like that. And then just a couple more pieces, not much. I really didn't get much at all. Usually I get a whole shopping bag full, so I did not get much at all. Right now, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to show you why I'm out of lace. For me, you know, like I need to go through all the lace that I have in the bags to sell because I went through all of mine and this is all I could come up with. So Marilyn Jane, it done by me, is a friend, one of my friends here. Some of them, I just got home, so some of the price stickers are still on, and I know that I don't pay more than, you know, whatever for certain things, so I know, I don't know, some things I don't remember, but I'm like, surely I didn't pay $20 for, you know, I wouldn't have bought it, so that's how I know. Okay, but a lot of them are already priced. So we did, Marilyn was gifted this girl, and it was broken. The corner right here was broken off, and then another corner somewhere was broken off, and it was fairly thick on a really thick board. And I think when they took the mat off, it wasn't great, and so it was kind of a mess, but she loved the girl. So she sent me a screenshot of it, and I printed it, and it came out like this. Now her original is much better than this. This is just a printed copy of a photograph. But so I mounted it to a board then, and then I painted the outside of the board to get that brown, that same brown look. And then she wanted to learn how to do this plaster effect to bridge the gap between the actual picture and the picture that was broken off, the light brown backing. And so I taught her how to chunk it up. Marilyn, you'll have to send me a picture if you're still here. By the way, I want to see how it dried out and did it crackle like I thought it would where it was super heavy. I'm curious. So then we're talking and she wanted to do it in my group, and she's in my group too. So she wanted to like do it with the ladies in there. So, I said, well, you know, how are you going to frame it? And she said, I don't know. I don't have a frame. And I said, well, do you have clay and like molds? And she said no. And I said, do you have any of our wood you bend? And she said no. And I said, okay. You know, I'm thinking, what could she do? In the meantime, her husband John is going wherever they have their storage stuff and was looking for frames to fit her picture. And in the meantime, my brain's going. And we had done I did like these broken frames. They weren't broken, but my husband cut them in different sizes, different strips and corners and stuff. And then I used aluminum foil and plaster. And I think we did them here. I know we did them in the group, but I think we did them. We might have only done them in the group, but you could search my YouTube channel, plaster frame, and see if anything comes up. I can't remember. I think it was too many drying steps to do it here with you guys. I got to do quicker things with you guys. Anyway, so I knew Marilyn had lace, and I thought we just put, oh, you're happy with it. Oh, I'm so glad. I'd love to see a picture of it all done. So I come up with this bright idea of, instead of mixing different frames on one picture and then plastering to fill them all in, what if we did different laces all around our frame? So that's what I've done. I've got 3 layers of different laces. There's 1, 2, 3. Here's 1, 2, 3. Here's 1, 2. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. I love this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 1, 2. So I used laces to, okay, thank you. I used laces to make my frame. So then I didn't have stiffener, fabric stiffener. So I did spray starch. I laid out these bigger pieces with spray starch, and then in the morning I spray starched them again before I went to work. And when I came home, this was all the stiffer they were. They're still stiffer than your regular lace, but not really stiff enough. So then my bright idea was, what if I mount this onto something with old paper so that the lace would show up and it would stay up. You know, I could mount the lace, the spray adhesive, and hold all of the lace out and really make that lace show up. Because on my walls, when I hang this white on white on white, the lace isn't quite as woohoo. Well, you guys can't see from there, but it's not, I think it could be more. So anyway, so then I stopped. That was just a couple nights ago. Oh, thank you. We just did that a couple, when did we do that? Wednesday night, I think. Okay, so so I use a lot of lace in my projects. I can show you some of our bottle work that we've done. Here's one covered in lace. Right there's a little perfume bottle I told you I use. This is an old door stopper. Right, buttons, lace, pearls, all the things that I just showed you that I bought. Here's another. So again, buttons, lace. No buttons, sorry. An old pin. See how crusty? I love the crusty. An old knob. Here's another. This one's loaded up with stuff. Just love it. Okay, there's another. So they're I think they're kind of artful. They have their own little stories to tell, I guess you could say, too. Let me see. Something has come off of this one. Just must have, I packed it away at Easter. I've had this full of spring stuff. Something has come off right here. I bet it was a key. No, there's keys. I don't know what it was. Huh. Anyway, I'm gonna have to fix this. Something's missing right here. Anyway, though, here is this one. Got the big brass gas valve, and then a crystal knob. Lots of yummy laces. You see? So that's what we do here. So when people at the show were like, what do you make? It's really hard to explain. Like, oh, look, I still have my Easter bunny out. I just realized this is Easter. Oh, I need to make one of these, but it's an egg. How could I make it? But we plastered doilies. These are doilies. And we plastered them. We sewed them and plastered them. Again, another group project. I cannot tell you how much I love my group. This is a napkin ring, an old napkin ring, and this is a lamp base. This is a paper mache Easter egg, a wooden finial, and lace. And we plastered it. I taught them how to do it, and it's amazing. I gotta put this away. That's Easter. Good golly. Oh, okay. So there's that. Like this, clock springs. Look, little clock springs, and then we just decorated it up with all of these treasures that I find. Like, I have so much of this stuff in here. I wish you could all come and come and see, but you can't, so I get it. This is my mom's. She gave me some of her ivory that she treasured when she traveled to South Africa, so I have it out. Here's more. Here's another. Little rosary beads. Love this one. It's a whole doily on there. Here's another. I've sold so many bottles, but I love making them so much. There's the netting over the lady's face, the hat netting. See that? So I met a few ladies at the show. Look, there's some crocheted buttons. So that's what, when I told you those things that look like punching bags or whatever. Here's another group project that I came up with, and I love it. Look at this. Okay, first of all, let me show you. There's one of those little watch glasses that I bought. The watch, like what I bought, Heidi sent me that. But this is Heidi with Joyful Artistry by Heidi. And then there's another little glass bottle. So see, I'll have lots of uses for my little glass bottles. But this is another pretty one. And then this is a lamp over one of my bottles. You can change the brightness of it. But isn't that, you would love it. So, okay, there's that. And then right now I have my shanked buttons. See all my little mother of pearl shanked buttons in my little scale. So there's that. But here's what I wanted to show you if I can. Oh, this is just an advertise. I thought it was such a pretty advertising bottle. So I didn't do anything. I put a glass top on it and just tied some seam binding. That's not anything great, but I like it. Anyway, oh, look, here's another one. But wait, there's more. Here's another one. I love this. This little clip is an optometrist, like, not an optometrist, I'm sorry, a magnifying thing. Anyway, and I love the little label, so I left it to where you could kind of see it. So there you go. Okay, there's that. Anyway, in here, let me get this out of here so you guys can see. I've got some old clock faces, again, in my group. We made these with paint can lids, inspired by Ellen J. Goods. This is old paint can lid. This was a chalk paint, and I didn't clean it. I didn't scrape it. I took the lid off, left it up to dry, and then we did it all up and turned them into clock faces. The other two were real. Okay, and then I love wooden tools, so I have a couple of really nice little planes. Love those. And then in this old box, I just want to show you because it's so awesome. It says Thurber's number 5. Let me get my little shovel out of here. The little shovel, just for lack of anywhere else to put it. And it's just a little hinged box. It's got labeling on the bottom. You can see a little bit. And then it says that Thurber's on the back as well. But it's not an awesome box. It's nice. You know, it's got a little bit of carving there. I thought that was pretty cool. A little bit of something there, pretty cool. But wait, when I opened this, it's all painted and it says Merry Christmas 1881. And so I put my clay marble collection in here, and this is all that I have. I had it full and kind of heaped, so I sold a bunch of them. A lot of you guys wanted some, so I sold a bunch, and I had it full of paper towels and had them on top. So when I was cleaning, and I realized I had forgotten that I'd done that. So that's why I wanted to refill my clay marble collection, because I let myself get a little low, and I wanted it all marbles. Even though no one can tell, I would know. And so anyway, there's that. And then my little, Julie bought me this little purse forever ago, years and years ago. And I always loved it. And then here not too long ago, I added this little deal to the bottom of it. Not too long ago I did. And so I just draped that out of there. And then I keep my wooden things in here, kind of propped up for lack of anywhere else to put them. My house isn't that, you know, that huge. And then I've got my paper. I've got just a couple of paper clock faces here. I keep those in there. I keep this one up a little bit. Now, I know that says Merry Christmas, and I think that's weird too, but you almost can't really see it. You really just see the handwriting. And then I've got a little, how much did I pay for that? $5. It's just a little numbered TikToker clock pendulum. Anyway, so, and then there I'll show you my little shelf that I made from the bottom of a table. I kept one leg. Julie took the other half of the table with the other leg, and it was one of our janky to swanky projects. And so I filled it with the little doll we made in our group, and then a breadboard and some clock faces. I used to have it like I still have my clock collection, I guess. I wonder if I have any of those things I looked all day for. Probably not. Wouldn't that just stink? No, I wouldn't have an empty grandfather clock thing in there. Okay, so let me show you my treasures. My husband just went up to bed, so I can show you. Well, this was fine. I found this little boat. Those of you that know me, my basement is nautical. We were boaters for years and years, and when I did my basement years ago, I started out with the tchotchke, Hobby Lobby, lighthouses, like I did a nautical Christmas trees where it all started. Did a nautical Christmas tree, and it had some boats and sailboats and starfish and, you know, lighthouses, all the stuff. I hate to say, I'm not going to say, because you all might have that. I'm not going to say, but I decided as I was loving that, I'd run across something nautical here and there that was real. And so eventually I started collecting nautical items. I've shared my basement before. You could go to Tammy Loves Vintage on YouTube, maybe type in basement or try nautical, try decor. I don't know, whatever you think I might have titled it. And I've done the tour in the basement many times of all of my nautical stuff. But anyway, I found this little boat. Loved it. It was $29 and I love it. I have a nice little collection of wooden boats, so this will just fit perfect, just tucked in with them. I've got a big red one. I've got a big giant book, like a ledger book with beautiful writing, and then I have a dough bowl from my friend Diane, and then I have like all sorts of little tiny little wheels and things in it. And then I have a red boat. I'm thinking this might prop with the red boat. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I can't believe I found an Easter egg in front of all of you guys in May. I'm such an idiot. He said set so well up there. I didn't even notice it. That's so funny. Okay, here she is. Okay. Absolutely. I absolutely love her. I'm hoping he'll let me keep her. She doesn't have her sails. I don't care. Because my idea was, look at all this, it needs cleaned, but look at all this flat surface, right? So I'm thinking, what if I used I was thinking, first I thought those black, not plumber pipes, but like the iron metal pipes, you know, out of the wall, just two of them like this, and make a shelf out of my boat. I have a flat ledge here, here, and here for stuff for other boats. Like maybe I could, you know what I mean? Like do a whole thing. I don't know. This is how my brain goes. So you can keep up with me. Good for you. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I love the little rudder, how the little rudder at the bottom goes. So anyway, then I thought better than the black iron is if I could somehow make a spindle or a finial or something work that would be wood that it could hang on. Typically, you know, they have Randy would build a stand and I would stand it on the stand, but it wouldn't be unique. And so I want it to be a shelf. So I have to figure out, I think the gas line pipe will work and be the most, because it's got those round plates, you know, with the little hole, and then the gas pipe screws in. I think that's the way I need to go. Maybe I'll paint them brown to match the boat. I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. I'm almost done. Oh, so the best hat that I got is this one for the flowers. Look at them. It was $18. I'm hoping they'll come off my, oh gosh, yes, look. They're just peeling right off. So anyway, I'll be able to, you know, break them apart and use what I want, but they're fabulous. Beautiful. Okay, so I got that, and it's got a big, it's like a satiny, I don't know what it is. It's okay. I'll keep it and do something with it. I won't throw it out. I bought this book. I told myself, don't buy any books. You don't need any books. I got a pile of books. I was gonna say a shit ton, but that's not very nice, but I do. I have a pile of books. So, but I love the little jacket. And of course I always, not the jacket, the spine. I always love, I'm a sucker for that gold, you know. Anyway, it was only $3. So I bought it, thought it was pretty. And the pages are all browned, but this will go on my shelf. I love that. I can use it at Christmas time with my reds. It's good, it's a good book. And then here's the other books that I bought. That's all I bought. 4 more. Okay, so let me show you. As you know, I can't avoid the books. This one, let's see. I was 25, 20, and 10. This one was 20. It's got a cross on it. It is another language. You can't tell. Yeah, it's another language. I'm going to guess German. I can't even begin to tell you what. I'm going to guess German. 1884. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love, 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 love it. Love it. Okay, about that. This is my favorite. Look at how big the words are. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Again, German. I don't see any, but I love it. Look how much darker the pages are. Of course, I usually rip that part off, but I might not in this case. But can you tell how much bigger the words are? Like from a typical read? Can you tell or not? Yeah, you can tell. This looks like magnifying glass. Okay, and then this one, it was the most expensive. Loved this. This was like, oh wow, can't wait to keep looking, but it didn't get better. 1838, that's how old. Except that the pages were browned. Here's why I like this book. It's leather. This is okay. It's not awesome, but it's okay. But look, it's square. Isn't that unusual to see a square book? It's perfectly square. So the staining on the top's not great. So I may do a little, where's that thing I made for the chair? Here. If you missed me earlier, I showed you this little chair we made in here, and I showed you how to do the ruffling, because a lot of times people ask how to do this, like on the back of my dining room chairs, and then I try and talk them through it. But so I just did a video like a couple of days ago, or last week, I don't know, not very long ago, so you could scroll back. Anyway, this is a little arrangement that I made to sit on that chair, but if you laid it flat and did something pretty like that to put with your, like, look how pretty, and it would make that book pretty, and it would take away from this ugly, and I could leave my square book out, because I think that's so cool that it's square. But anyway, I'm leaving that up because that goes on my chair. I didn't lock it down in case or glue it down, whatever, because in case somebody didn't want that. But anyway, so I bought that. And then this one, this is stupid, but it's not stupid. This book didn't have a cover. That's why I say it was stupid. But I don't care about the cover because I'm going to rip it up anyway. The photographs, that's cool. The colored pages in this book are incredible. put you down. I got 2 more. I got like 2 or 3 more things to show you. That my very best, one of my very best favorite thing is coming up. So, but look at the pictures. I want you to look at the pictures. This is why I bought this book. Hang on. Okay, the pictures, the artwork in this book is insane. Look, I could have so much fun crafting with just that page, right? Let me see. Look at the lady. Like, I thought of Anne and watercoloring. All Anne at Anne's Create and Share. That's her page. The watercoloring. I don't care for the Indian. And oh, he's kind of cute though. He's like a little sailor boy. He'd go in my basement. Oh, look, there's a little girl in the water with her boat tipped over. And there's a Victorian lady. You know how I love that. That's not very good. But look at the, oh, look, her birdie died. And she's crying. And look at the birds in the woods. I love that. And it was just, usually I flip them open to see what the font looks like, to see if it's, you know, laid out like, oops, if it's laid out like a regular story. Does it have pretty beginnings that we can use in our creating? Does it have funny looking things like this that aren't your typical book? But I was shocked at how many beautiful pictures. I mean, you can see how many you've already seen. And I am not even, look, I haven't even, look, that's all I showed you. I have this much more to go. So we'll go a little bit, well, if I'm going faster, I'm not seeing any of them. But they're just picture after picture after picture. So I thought this was an amazing book. And I love that it was very browned out. So I bought that. Okay. You're going to laugh at this. You're going to laugh at that. I bought a couple of sets of these little paper dolls. Paper doll set. Just little. I know my girls in my group love the paper dolls. So I picked up some paper dolls. And then Julie said there's a story about these girls. They were like quintuplets or something. Have you guys heard about that, the paper dolls? And that they were like considered kind of like unusual to have that many, and that they were kind of ended up at a circus type thing where people would go, everyone wanted to see the miracle of these little kids. But anyway, so I bought those. You'd have to look them up, but yeah. So there you go. Did you say, oh, fabulous. So you said it was famous. I'm like, really? Okay. So I bought this whole box. It was $30. I do remember that because that hurt. Because I wanted these. I wanted these right here. So I bought the whole box. That's the only way she would sell it. So I really tried to count and look, and I've got enough. I'm okay. I'll make my money back to where I just bought my scissors. There are some things in here, some little corner things I can use. I can use that. And I can use that. I can use some of this stuff. I probably can't use the star earring. I can use that for sure. So there's things in here. It's a clock face, not a great one. I can't use that. This whole pile is just those things, so it got screwed there. But that's okay. Can't use that. Look, that's nice. Look at that. That's nice. Some plastic. Oh, that's not bad though, even though it's plasticky. That's pretty. Some plastic buttons. Oh, but it's got a little rhinestone in it. These two are glass. Oh, I got a little glass button. Another little glass button. The rest are plastic. That's another plastic. And then I got some of those glasses things were in there. The not glasses, I'm sorry. Lenses. I see the watch covers. And then these aren't old, but still, you know, if you got $1 a piece, that adds up. Pair of earrings. Here's a rosary in here, huh? Oh, now we're talking. Maybe that's why she had so much on this. I didn't know that was in there. Is it intact? Yes, and it's black. I don't have anywhere to lay it right now. Anyway, there's a rosary in there with the pretty beads. I use those all the time. Yay! I did okay. Now I feel much better about that box. I mean, this is junk. I don't want that. Another glass button. That's okay. I did okay. I don't want this. Oh, I love these type of rosary beads, though. I got those. You guys probably need them in. Yeah. Oh, this might be a glasses chain, maybe. I'm not sure. Some other little beads, but not my kind of beads, Marilyn. This could be. This is another rosary chain. Yeah, I did okay. I wasn't excited that I had to take the whole box. I opened it up and was hoping to just buy the scissors, but turns out it's okay. Yay. I literally did just come in and do this. So I have two more things. This guy, I was looking through all of his postcards and he had them sectioned off for different things. I've made a mess of them now because we were looking at them on the way home, on the drive home, Julie and I. But anyway, they're beautiful. They're all not ugly. You know, sometimes it's hard to find, but he had them divided in Valentine's and Easter and Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I give away postcards in my group for the group scoops for the scavenger hunt winners. And anyway, so I bought a whole box of, I had a little stack, you know, and there was no price, and I'm digging through, and I'm like, okay, before I pull another 20 out or however many I had a whole pinch. I said, how much are your postcards? And then I kept looking, and I'm like, they're all good. And he says, well, why don't you just take them all? And I'm like, oh, well, how much for the whole box? So then we twittered back and forth, and so that was my first buy for today. So anyway, worked out. I got the whole box. Enamel numbers are, oh, they're Tim Holtz. Okay, I didn't know. I mean, they're cute, and they're black and white. They should be good. Do you have a special tool to take watches? I do. Yes, Joan. The antique guy, Jeff Snyder, gave me one. Has a little red handle, and it's real thin silver. It looks like kind of like a C, and it pops the backs right off. But I don't. He gave it to me, and then I tried a couple clocks, a couple watch faces, because I was wanting to do my own clock watch faces, and years ago, and I couldn't. The little springs and stuff, everything. Yeah, it's easier to find. So, where are you? Here, you're not over far enough. Here's my treasure. It's the whole table. I'll lift it up and show you. It's a bedside table. Kind of had a Frenchy sort of look to it, different. I don't know if it's French, but I don't know. It had a different look. I'll pick it up and show you. But this is my I'm not sure you picked it up. It's so heavy. I want you to see it. Can you see it? I can't see it. See it. I carried it in from the car. Didn't have much trouble. Can you see it? Isn't it pretty? I think it's so pretty. Anyway, I got that. But I may put it by my chair instead of, I have a yard sale find that I found. It was so pretty. It had potential, and I wanted to play with it, and I got those new what are they called? French milled papers for my website under the paper tab. Shamelessly, I'll tell you. And you want to see it? I'll show you. How many people do we have? We still have 90-some people here. Holy smack. You're all seeing my hair look so bad. My red nose. Oh, well. It is what it is. If you were at the show, you've seen me too. Hang on. Let me turn the light on. Let me flip you around here. I'll show you my table. Get my light on. Here's my table that I made. It's got my charging cord. Isn't it pretty? This is one of our papers on the website, one of our French milled papers. And so the cabinet was green. It was all green. And I crackled the top. Got my hand lotion. But I crackled the top, painted it all out, added the, oh, look, my little piece of would you bend has come unglued. I just now noticed it. And then I striped the sides, or checkered the sides. I gotta glue that back down. And then I put the same fern paper on both sides. I'll show you, hang on. I got Millie's little PlayStation here. There, another one of her, I love the papers. Anyway, I got that little cabinet. It was only $5. I'm like, yeah, thank you. I'll take it, right? Yeah, oh, and I got my oil paintings. Remember the last Springfield show we went to? I finally picked some frames. I could not find antique frames to match or the right sizes. So I bought these, Mike Nelson at the Frames and Flames downtown. Or not downtown. Yeah, downtown. He framed them for me with this. We picked this. I wanted skinny and ornate and gold because I thought it really matched my oil paintings. So Mike, he's very professional. He's the sweetest guy. He and his wife Tina work there together. And Mike's like, you need to clean your paintings. He said, they're official. And he put some kind of light on them and used some kind of like a loop, like jewelry loop, but it was for oil painting. And he was talking about the oils and how things break down and how he can tell if it's an official old or whatever. And he said, they're very old, but he said, they're very dirty. You need to clean them, right? And I said, no, you don't understand. I want them crusty. I like them crusty. And here's, only your granddaughter would get away with this crap and you're beautiful. Right? Only Millie could put something in my living room like that and get away with it. But anyway, so he gave me a tip for those of you, and I wrote it down. Hang on, let me come in here to my craft space. Hang on. The whole house is dark. Randy went to bed. I taped it here to my light so I would remember to tell you guys, but I happen to remember. So he said, get a cleaner, D&L cleaner, no grit. And he said, it's like a dojo. And he said, you could get it at AutoZone. Okay. D&L cleaner, no grit. Oh gosh, I look so bad. I don't know if I'm sunburned or wind burnt. Anyway. You have to come back when I'm cleaned up. D&L cleaner, no grit. And he said it revives, can't read my writing. It revives the oil and it has lanolin because of the lanolin in it. That's what he said. You want a sneak peek of my red project for you? Next up on the board. Boom. There she blows. She's laying there. She's ready. I'm not. I'm not ready. She's ready. Okay, so that's done. I told you that. So if you have an oil painting and you want to clean it, I have an oil painting. I don't want to clean it, so I'm not going to. But I told him, I said, write that down for me because I want to tell my followers about it in case they do, but I don't want that. So I don't need to put you back in here. I'm done. Okay? I'm all done. I can't think of another thing to tell you. Look at this table. Oh my gosh, no, don't. I should show you. Oh my gosh. Look, I'll let you look this way. What a flipping mess. What a mess. So here's my lady, my little girl picture. Where are you? And I was thinking about backing her and putting her in this frame. Julie thinks it's too big. Julie says my frame's too big because I was thinking about putting book pages here, but all I had was a canvas. This is all my stuff I bought. My niece and she wants to paint more bulbs, Christmas bulbs, so I haven't put them away. So I've been pushing that tray around forever. My daughter and her husband got me this big bowl for Mother's Day. She's like, Mom, it's a commitment. You have to decide. I'm not sure. It's kind of big. Anyway, that's stuff from my last shopping trip over there. And then this is this shopping trip right here. So, yeah. See why I wanted to get to work putting it away. Yeah, I'm ready to have my dining room back. So, all right, you guys, thanks for joining me. It's nice to meet my new friends. And sorry I'm all over the place, but I'm always all over the place. It's just how my brain is. So, Anyway, I try to tell you all the things I can think of when I think of them. So I'll look through the comments. You do like the frame for her. It needs repainted. Let me give you a better look. Looky-loo. And it's chipped now that since I did this years ago. And I just found it in my craft room in my frame stash. But you can see it's too big. So I could have it cut down because I don't want it. I could have it cut down. It still has a price tag from the shop when I had my store. So I could get it cut down, but it was a perfect fit for this canvas, and it's a burlap canvas, so I just painted it. But I don't know how old paper would lay on this anyway, and I don't think I'd be able to ship it. It would be easier to ship this and not this. So I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. That'll be another project. So I love projects. Nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with projects. So you guys have a great evening. Thank you for joining me. We sure had a great time. If I met you in Springfield and you're new here, hello and welcome to my page. And there were several vendors that I struck up a conversation and gave them my card when they were wondering what we were making. And so it'll just be easier to show you. So follow my page and you'll see. So hopefully some people joined us. And if you want to be part of a nice group, you should join our little group because it's $15 a month. And I do lots of giveaways, and we have lots of fun times in there. I always try. I've been trying lately to make a journal every month with you guys because everyone seems to love these journals, and trying to get better at it. And we do a scavenger hunt every month now, and we give you 3 different projects that are unusual every month. We promise 3. Sometimes you get more. So, and as long as Facebook will let you, you can look back and see all of the old projects too until they get deleted. Anyway, thank you. Yay, I'm glad you like the group. And it is on my website at tammylovesvintage.com. It's always the name of my page if you want to shop. I've got lots of things on there for you to shop, from greenery and home decor to the French milled paper. I've got actual real French documents on there. I have seam binding. I have velvet ribbon. There's so much, lots of categories to look through. Anyway, welcome to peruse over there. And yeah, thanks for joining me. So I'll see you all later. I'll read your comments, I promise. You're new too? Well, hello, Beverly. Hi. Thank you so much. We had a great time at the show, and I am quite windblown. I knew if I took my hair down and brushed it all out, I'd probably put my makeup on and go to bed. So I really, really wanted to get this done. So check that box. I did try to record. I watch Instagram on their stories all the time, and these girls are always showing their shopping days and looking at everything. And I recorded all this stuff. And I tried to put it on stories, and it said it was too long. And I did lots of little bits and pieces. So then I put it all together on my app, on the Splice app. And I think I'll put it over, do like a TikTok with it. And maybe I'll share my TikTok here with you guys of shopping. I just have to make it a little shorter. I don't know. I wish I could figure out how to do it. I just don't feel like it's interesting. And I took pictures like when there was a vignette that I thought, ooh, I love this. You know, I'd take a picture of it. There's this girl, she's a wooden cage girl. She probably stands about hip tall, about a yard tall, I'm guessing approximately. And this guy had one almost exactly like her. And it was $355. I screenshot it and screenshot the picture. I have the exact same sort of thing on my website for like $165, I believe, something like that. Way cheaper. I wanted to say to anybody, you know, I kind of wanted to stand around and say, hey, here's my card. I wouldn't do that. Oh my gosh, I'm so red. It has to be windburn because I kept spraying these stuff. Oh, well. You guys have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you later with more ideas and tips and tricks and creativity and all the things. Good night.